So when I actually went through this article in my publication about dog loyalty and dogs and gods, it's a beautiful article. I think you must read it. I It says beyond dogs and gods, embracing individuality, a fragmented world. So when you read such articles, you actually take a pause in your life and you think. You actually get time to think where you're heading. And then when I read this article, I know everybody has their own kind of a thought process. Reading is a uh, beautiful act which actually engages your mind to think differently, because you start thinking. You know. And that was the moment when I got my thought, that how a dog's life is shaped just based on the kind of a owner a dog has. There are two types of dogs, one who is well treated, has a vet, and educated, it gets an environment of education, the owner is very educated. And the other dog who's seldom just doing everything, unconditional love, unconditional everything for the owner, but the owner is unable to provide a good life. So which uh, where do you think a dog should be in that case when an owner is who's the better god? The question is just like, who's the better owner, who's the better god? So if your god is making you do everything but is not giving you a great life, then you do not deserve to be at that position of god. You don't deserve to be at the position of an owner. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's a beautiful uh, concept. It's a beautiful emotion, it's a beautiful thread which actually gave me a lot to think about it. Because I've positioned myself as an owner. If you position, I'm a dog owner, means I am the god. I'm giving to the dog means I am the god. And if I'm unable to give my dog a good vet, a good medical attention, regular salon treatment, getting a haircut, just loving and bringing things for my dog and taking care of the hygiene, taking him out for travel, taking him to places, making it, you know, that's when I'm a good god. That's when I'm a good owner. I mean, it just says it so beautifully. So, if you're trying to own a population and you're trying to say, these are my people, these are my dogs, then you might as well give a great life to your dogs. And if you cannot, then you might as well just hand over your dog to a different god who can actually offer them a great life. Then, rather than being a part of an economy which is always in the news and not making an impact, it's like dogs barking on street, dogs barking in lanes, dogs barking on platforms, everywhere, like those dogs who are just not being heard. I think it's just such a beautiful thought that this article is really engaging. And I really hope people are enjoying reading her journal press, because her journal press is not about talking about everything that's happening in routine, where bomb blasts has happened, where terrorism is, where no, we are actually critical thinkers. We are a team of journalists who do lot of critical thinking, and we actually have a communication among ourselves in our team, and we talk a lot. We talk a lot, and we try to do critical thinking. We try to analyze and we think out of the box, and we come up with uh, blogs, articles, and headlines which actually see leadership and uh, the disputes of the people and nations and worlds differently. And I think that's a benchmark for her journal press. And I'm really glad that I've initiated this, and I'm so glad that I have some great people who are part of it. So I hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoy working on it. And do leave your comments and do leave your reviews and whatever you feel, your feedback about an article, your thoughts on the articles. You're most welcome. I think that is what we are really looking forward for, because that is something which is going to take us all together forward, and I really hope this this actually travels in a great way. And it's a press which do not appreciate negative judgment, because we try to bring positivity for everyone. It's not about being confined to an individual and just trying to lift a finger. I have 5 different fingers of different sizes. I cannot pull one finger to match the height of another, right? And I cannot reduce the height of my other finger to match the height of my other sized finger. It's that simple. So I hope people really understand this, and we are not judgmental about it, and we try to see and conceive things differently. That's all.